Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Hello everyone and welcome to your English class. In our lesson today, we will continue with our second unit, which is titled Careers. Our lesson today is the pronunciation and the conversation lesson in your books, page 24 and 25. All you need for the lesson today is your books, page 24 and 25, a sheet of paper and a pen to take down your notes. Let's get started. Yesterday, at the listening part, you were supposed to listen again to the listening text. It was an interview, and come up with the job profile for Michael. You are supposed here to write down his qualifications, his personality characteristics, and his skills. What are his qualifications? He had a degree in architecture and courses in marketing, so his studies. Personality characteristics, he is social and hardworking. His skills, he is good at communicating with people. So this is about Michael. You can listen again to the listening or to the interview with Michael and check these out. Okay? In our lesson today, by the end of today's lesson, you will be able to differentiate three sounds: the m sound, n sound, and the ing sound. You will be able to answer some questions based on a conversation, and you will be able to use some real talk phrases correctly. Ready? Let's get started with this. At the beginning, in the pronunciation part, what do I mean when I say pronunciation? It is how you say a word, saying it, rather than how you write it. So, the way in which a word is pronounced. You're not looking at the spelling, it is about the way you say it. Spelling doesn't determine pronunciation. So, you're not going to look at the spelling, you will look at the sounds. So, here we're having the C letter. Here we're having, in the word circle, we're having two C's. However, the first one sounds like S, and the second one is K. How about cat? We're having C letter, and it sounds like K. How about listen in here? Listen, L sound, S sound, and here we don't have a T sound, it's listen. Listen. Okay. So this is the idea of pronunciation. In our lesson today, we will focus on three stops, three consonant sounds. The first one is M. With the M is letter. However, M is the sound. Can you think of any word that has an M sound, whether at the beginning, middle, or end? So, ma sound like the word man. Ma at the beginning of the word man. Followed by time at the end, time. Also, we have small. Ma, small. And we're having meat at the beginning of the word. It's an easy one. How can you pronounce the ma sound? It is a sound that you will use your lips. Here, we're having the lips. Ma. You will stop the air with your lips. Ma. Okay, no tongue and no mouth included. Just your lips. Ma. Man. Time. You will use your lips to pronounce it. How about the n sound? Any word that contains the n sound, we're having nest. Nest at the beginning. Also, man, na at the end. Also, we're having needle. N, needle. And also, end. The na sound in the middle. End. How can I pronounce the na sound? Are you going to use your lips? Ma. You are going to stop the air within here. Here you're going to stop the air before your lips using your tongue. Just practice it. N. Your tongue on the top to stop the air, not lips before the lips. N. N sound. Then we're going to take one more. This sound, it is ng. The ng sound. So we're having n with g. Ng sound. Not nig, ng. Let's take some words that have ng. So, English, ing. English. Among, ing. And also, language, ing. And also, length, ing. Length. Let's practice them. English, among, language, and length. Where are you going to stop the air? Here we will have the M. Here we will have the N. So not these or those. However, here you will stop the air by the very end of your mouth. Ing. Try to practice it. Ing. Not in. Ing. From the back of your mouth. So here we're having the M, N, and ing sound. You can notice here we're having the N, the M sound. Here we will have the N sound. So here we're having M, here M, here we will have the N, and here by the very end we will have the ing sound. The ing. Okay, let's listen to the words that we've got in here. We're having first the M words. Let's listen to them.
Motivation. Model. Inspiration. Plan. Ing. Reading. Working. He's been working on making models. He's been an inspiration to me.
So you can here notice the M sound like N. Motivation, ma, model, and the N we're having two. Inspiration and plan. Just notice your tongue. Ing, we're having reading and working. English and the other words. Okay, here in the examples, let's take the examples for the M sound. We're having making and models. Here also an M, me. Has been working on making models, inspiration. And the ing, making and working. So we're having making and working. These are the three sounds, the M, N, and ing sound. Okay, now let's go to page 24. Page 24 in the conversation. I want you here to underline the words that have M, N, or ing sound in the conversation. We're having here between Khalid and Yusuf. Let's try to underline them together. M, N, ing. So here we're having the word station, N sound, and enjoy, being, ing sound, talking, ing sound as well, and we're having satisfaction and my. Let's listen to the speaker, and I want you to focus on the underlined words, ma, na, and ing.
So, Khalid, are you happy with your job at the TV station?
Yes, very happy. I enjoy being out there and talking to people. I get a lot of satisfaction out of my job.
So, you have noticed here the sounds ma sound, na sound, and the ing sound. Okay, So these they are. Now let's check in your books, page 25. Page 25 in your books. Here, what can you see? We're having two pictures. What are these pictures for? These pictures are for two men. One, how does he feel? Is he happy? No, he's not happy at all. Maybe he's stressed, he's nervous, maybe he's sick. How about the other one? This is a man, is a TV reporter. He works for the TV. Okay? Who are the speakers in this conversation? Let's look at the word that highlighted in red. The speakers here are Yusuf and Khalid. What are they doing in here? They are actually talking to each other. Okay, now I want you to listen to the conversation between Khalid and Yusuf, and this time you're going to tell me what is the main idea of the conversation. What are they talking about? Let's listen to them.
So, Khalid, are you happy with your job at the TV station?
Yes, very happy. I enjoy being out there and talking to people. I get a lot of satisfaction out of my job.
How long have you been working on TV?
I've been a reporter at this station for 5 years since my internship. What about you?
I've been working at the bank since I left high school. It's the same thing day after day, day in and day out. I'm bored to death. I was hoping to be a watch repairer, but my parents talked me out of it. They said it wasn't a serious profession.
Well, I was going to be a dentist, but luckily I changed my mind. Can you imagine me in a small room, stuck between 4 walls?
That's where I am right now. It's time to move on and find something more challenging. I have a lot of different skills. I'm good at solving problems. I'm organized, reliable, hardworking. What do you think I should do?
So, the conversation here between Khalid and Yusuf. What is the main idea in here? They are talking about their jobs. Whether you are happy at your job or you want to change it. Khalid is not happy about his job, however Yusuf is happy about it. Okay, so these they are. Now we were going to listen one more time, and this time I want you to answer these 4 questions. What is Khalid's job? What does Khalid do? Why does Khalid like his job? What does he like about it? Why doesn't Yusuf like his job? Yusuf doesn't like his job. Why? What skills does Yusuf say that he has? He's speaking about his skills. Listen and tell me the answers for these questions.
So, Khalid, are you happy with your job at the TV station?
Yes, very happy. I enjoy being out there and talking to people. I get a lot of satisfaction out of my job.
How long have you been working on TV?
I've been a reporter at this station for 5 years since my internship. What about you?
I've been working at the bank since I left high school. It's the same thing day after day, day in and day out. I'm bored to death. I was hoping to be a watch repairer, but my parents talked me out of it. They said it wasn't a serious profession.
Well, I was going to be a dentist, but luckily I changed my mind. Can you imagine me in a small room, stuck between 4 walls?
That's where I am right now. It's time to move on and find something more challenging. I have a lot of different skills. I'm good at solving problems. I'm organized, reliable, hardworking. What do you think I should do?
Okay, so what is Khalid's job? What does he do? Khalid, he is a TV reporter for a TV channel. So he goes out and he meets new people. Why does Khalid like his job? He said that I am happy at my job. Why? The things that he likes about his job, He enjoys being out, talking to people. He's a social person. He likes to meet new people and not being stuck in a small room. He wants to go out. How about Yusuf? Why doesn't he like his job? Now I'm giving you the information. Yusuf is not happy. He's not satisfied about his job. Things that he doesn't like about his job because he finds it boring. He told us, that's where I am now, between four walls, day in, day out. It's boring. Also, what skills does Yusuf say that he has? He has skills. What are these? He told us that he's good at solving problems. He is organized. He is reliable. And he is a hard-working person. So he's telling us what are the skills that he got. He is good at solving problems. He's organized, reliable, and hardworking. Okay? Now, I want you to listen to the very last speech that was said by Yusuf. And he's having here a question. We're going to answer this question together. Let's listen first.
That's where I am right now. It's time to move on and find something more challenging. I have a lot of different skills. I'm good at solving problems. I'm organized, reliable, hardworking. What do you think?
Okay, so here he's asking a question. What do you think I should do? Is this a question? It's a kind of a question that you will ask someone if you need what? If you need advice or you need help. Let's look at Yusuf's situation. Here, he's saying that's where I am right now, between four walls. It's time to move on and find something challenging. He wants change. He wants to change his job. I have a lot of different skills. I'm good at solving problems, organized, reliable, and hardworking. This is me. What should I do? If you were Khalid and you're having a friend who's going to tell you, I need to change job, I'm not happy at my job, what do you think I should do? What is your advice for a friend? Would you tell him or tell your friend, I'm looking for an assistant. Are you interested? You're going to offer a job for your friend. Come and work for me. I need a secretary or someone who can help me. Can you help me and give me a hand? Or you can tell, why don't you network with friends and find out about available jobs? Just network. Ask your friends and colleagues. Ask anyone about other jobs. Make your own search, which is the idea of job hunting. Try to find another job. Or you can tell, you should look at job sites on the web. Just look into the internet, browse the internet, and try to find a suitable job for you. Or you can come up with any other idea. What other ideas you might, or advice you might give? We will give Yusuf. For me, I will tell him, just be patient. Take a break and think about it. Do not quit your job unless you're having another one. Maybe I will tell him to find another job, to take a break, or any other suggestion. Okay? This is the answer for what do you think I should do. Now let's try to answer these true or false questions. In your books, page 25, we're having number 1. Khalid has been working on TV for 5 years. Check the speech that was said by Khalid. 5 years. Yes or no? Yes. What did he say? He said, I have been a reporter at this TV station for 5 years since my internship. After graduation, he worked with them in an internship training, then he continued as an employee. Then he wanted Khalid. Khalid wanted to be an engineer. Did he want to be an engineer? I don't think so. He wanted to be a dentist, doctor for the teeth. What about number 3? Yusuf has had several jobs, many jobs, since he left high school. What do you think? He tried many jobs and now he works at the bank. I don't think so, because he said, I have been working at the bank since I left high school. The time I graduated from high school, I started work with the bank, until today. Not several, not many jobs. 4. Yusuf wanted to be a watch repairer. He wanted to work as someone who would repair watches and clocks. What do you think? Yes. He said, I was hoping to be a watch repairer. How about Yusuf? Yusuf has been thinking of getting another job. He's thinking about changing his job. Yes, he's been thinking about getting a new job because it's time to move on and find something more challenging. He's thinking about, I don't like this job anymore, I'm going to change it. Okay, now we're having the real talk phrases, which are like phrases that will make you sound a better language speaker. Yusuf said, it is the same thing, day after day, day in and day out. What does he mean when he say day after day? Well, I will tell you, today is just like tomorrow, day after day. So it is following the same pattern, repetitive, the same thing, nothing is changing. Day in and day out, the same thing, following the same pattern. He's telling us that it is a routine, the same thing, nothing is changing. There are no surprises. Every day is just like yesterday. Tomorrow is going to be just like today. And yesterday is just like today. Then he said, I'm bored to death. Is he dying? I don't think so. I am bored to death. I am very bored. You will say, I am bored to death. I am very bored. I need to change. Day in and day out, following the same pattern, I need to change this thing. I was hoping to be a watch repairer, but my parents talked me out of it. They said it wasn't a serious profession. What is his parents talked him out of it? Maybe he wanted something, then his parents told him, don't do it. It's not the right choice. So talked me out of it. They convinced me. They told me, no, just work for the bank. Don't be a watch repairer. They convinced me. Here, Khalid continued, well, I was going to be a dentist, but luckily I changed my mind. When do we use luckily? Luckily, we use it a positive event. I was thinking about this thing, however, my parents talked me out of it. Thankfully, I didn't do it. It was a lucky event. Let's try to use these words. Luckily, bored to death, talk me out of it, day in and day out. He saw these guys coming and going for 25 years, repetitive. So, day in and day out, the same pattern. No one wants to be with some facts about the exciting word. The word is exciting. No one wants to be bored to death. No one wants to be bored to death. Everyone tried to, but I was so sure. They wanted to convince me. Everyone tried to talk me out of it, but I was so sure about my decision. I didn't feel safe. Then, luckily, I found a man from the village who knew me. So, I was lost. A good event, I met someone I know. Okay. For your homework, I wanted to check your workbooks on page 17. There is an exercise for you, exercise I. Try to answer the questions. So on your workbooks, page 17. I guess that is it for our lesson today, and thank you so much for your time.